the story of the first movies.
In 1895, one of the very first films ever shown was called A Train Arrives in the Station, which had nothing more than a train coming into the station.
When the train came speeding toward the screen, the audience screamed because they thought they were in danger of being run over. No one had ever seen anything like it before.
The use of locomotives in cinematic history dates back to the early days of cinema, with the Lumiere brothers' 1895 film, Arrival of a Train at La Ciotat, often cited as one of the first films to feature a train. Since then, the train has become a recurrent visual motif in cinema and has been used as a metaphor for a variety of themes. From there, trains continued to be a popular subject in early cinema, with films such as The Great Train Robbery featuring dramatic chase scenes and robberies. In the silent era, trains were also used to create suspense and drama, as seen in films such as The Iron Horse, which depicts the building of a transcontinental railroad, and The General, which features some of the most impressive train stunts ever filmed. As cinema moved into the sound era, trains continued to be a popular subject, with films such as Union Pacific and North by Northwest featuring iconic train scenes. In the 1960s and 70s, trains became a popular backdrop for spy thrillers, including the James Bond films such as From Russia with Love and The Spy Who Loved Me. However, the use of locomotives in South Asian films, especially in Bengali films, is very different. Trains have been used as a cinematic metaphor for hope and aspiration, and sometimes as pain and trauma. Bengali filmmakers use this element extensively in their films. Both Ritwik, Ghatak and Satyajit Ray were prominent Bengali filmmakers of their time, and their films often dealt with similar themes of human emotions, societal struggles, and the human condition. However, their approach to this metaphorical device differs as per their sensibilities. Satyajit Ray's use of trains in his films often had a more symbolic and metaphorical purpose. In his films, the train journey often represents a transformative experience for the characters, as they travel to new places and experience new things. For example, in Pather Panchali, the train is a symbol of hope and aspiration for the characters as they dream of a better life in the city. The distant sound of the train whistle is a recurring motif throughout the film, representing the hope of a better future that seems just out of reach for the characters. In one scene, Oppu and his sister Durga run alongside a train, marveling at the sight of it and dreaming of one day riding it themselves. In Aparajito, the railway also plays a key role in the film's climatic scene, where Oppu rushes to catch a train to return home after learning of his mother's death. Nayak serves as a powerful visual metaphor for the journey of self-discovery and reflection that Arindam embarks upon during his train journey. It also provides a means of exploring larger social and cultural issues in India during the 1960s and highlights the ways in which individuals can be transformed through their interactions with others and their environment. On the other hand, Ritwik Ghatak's use of trains in his films was often more grounded in his characters' physical and social realities. Ghatak's films dealt with issues such as displacement, migration, and the trauma of partition, and the train journey often served as a physical manifestation of these struggles. Ritwik Ghatak was deeply affected by the partition of India and the division of Bengal in 1947. He was born and raised in East Bengal, now Bangladesh, and witnessed the violence and chaos that ensued during the partition. The partition displaced millions of people, including Ghatak and his family, who were forced to leave their homes and move to India. Ghatak's personal experiences of displacement and loss during the partition profoundly impacted his work as a filmmaker. His films often deal with themes of displacement, loss, and the search for identity, and are deeply influenced by his experiences of the partition. In his film Meghe Dhaka, Ghatak explores the trauma and displacement experienced by a refugee family from East Bengal who are forced to move to Kolkata after the partition. The film is a powerful portrayal of the psychological impact of the partition on individuals and communities. Subarnarekha tells the story of a refugee family who settles in a remote village in West Bengal after the partition of India. The train is used as a symbol of the family's displacement and represents the trauma and loss they experienced during the partition. Overall, the use of locomotives in cinematic history has been extensive, and its use as a metaphor has allowed filmmakers to explore a wide range of themes and emotion, from movements and change to power and control and nostalgia and longing.